Welcome back, everyone, to Light Novel Fiends podcast. This is episode 18,
Yes, sir.
and we are back. This
Back.
biggest gamer,
Animal.
and today we're going to go over 9-star Hegemon body art
Yes, sir.
and our new novel to review for recommendation. To hell with being a hero.
That was Big Arrow.
Oh,
How do you feel about 9-star this week, buddy?
so 9-star was like Keyboard Immortal.
Yeah.
That week.
It was better than Keyboard Immortal.
Well, because we found some
We got a lot of
crazy
juicy
information.
Yeah.
So we learned about the 9-star master.
Yeah.
Because we learned he was like the guy.
He was like the peak of the Dow, basically.
Yeah, he led humanity out back in the Desolate era, from being slaves.
Yep.
And he created, obviously the 9-star Hegemon body art.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he must have been did they say he was the first one?
He said, I think he was the first because they said he created his own cultivation, like path. So I think
so he created it with so he created it without no heavily endowed, no
nothing. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why everyone was like, yeah, he was the reason why we rose to glory.
Yeah. And then they said, and I thought it was pretty cool, they said it right after that Long Chen is kind of doing the same thing. Like, not the exact same thing because he doesn't have to create the 9-star Hegemon body art from scratch.
But he's like doing his own
like path.
thing,
Because he's like on a variant path. He's it was like Long Chen thinking to himself, he's like, I'm like blazing my own path as well.
Yeah.
You know? But I wouldn't say, I think 9-star was better than Keyboard, I think 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Because Keyboard was just a lull with like a lot of information that was like needed, but it felt a little useless. You know, it was like
in the moment.
Yeah.
Because this one is building up for a lot. Because we also saw the ancient battlefield from the Tao Flower.
That was so cool.
And they said like, oh, the 9 stars in the what
in
realm?
That battle were like super strong. They didn't say the realm, I think.
Oh, okay, but they were like destroying world kings.
Oh yeah,
with,
yeah.
Like,
they were immortal kings.
Yeah, and they smashed like multiple war kings with just one attack.
Yeah, they were like slaughtering everybody.
Yeah, so I was like, damn. So all the other races were slaughtering humans, and the 9 stars were like the defenders.
Yeah.
So it seems like in that period when humanity fell, 9-star was like the last line of defense.
Probably because they're like
the strongest
people. Yeah.
And so what happened there, I guess like what happened there continued on to like all the races like trying to wipe out the 9 stars because they know like the battle they fought back then caused way too much damage, and the fear of the 9 stars
is crazy
too
fear.
Great.
Yeah,
especially because originally the original 9-star master forced he forced the heavens to submit.
So literally forced the actual heavens to like.
I was actually shocked when he said he rose up, killed their enslavers, and forced the 9 heavens to bow their heads. Yes. When you think about that, it's like you forced the heavenly
world itself
to bow their head against you, and recognize humans as the spiritual.
Bro, this man, he didn't put that hegemon in the name of that for nothing.
Yeah,
bro. he went hard on that, and he's like. I honestly like it made me think, bro. Just right now, you saying it because it's like this man really like just came out of nowhere, and like his opposition that he was facing, I felt like was even harder than like what Long Chen is facing.
Oh
now.
Yeah, because they had no foundation,
and so like what he went through, this man was like
just because he started it all. Yeah. So I'm assuming. He's before Julie. He's before Violet Blood. Yeah. Heaven Spirit Clan. Like those guys are like followed after him.
Yeah.
That's why I said like the Violet Blood race, like the Violet Tower. I feel like there's a connection there.
There must be. And we saw them in the current arc.
Oh yeah,
which is pretty cool.
We saw that there's a little family, like a little branch family. Yeah. They have the little.
The blood was receding though.
Yeah, so they're like a huge, like distant from like the main.
Yeah. The 15th cousin that we were talking about last week.
So we learned that also in the 3000 worlds, their Tao is like more complete. Because they obviously
it's sealed.
Often. Yeah.
So I think it was the primordial energy that like the world was built with hasn't like been used up, and, like hasn't expanded.
Wait, actually, the thing that the 9 stars wasn't even the biggest thing we saw in the Tao Flower. Remember?
What do you mean?
You saw the ancient secret where his
Oh,
eye almost
yeah,
cracked. He said
yeah.
so clearly. Zhao
He
Guhong
almost saw
knows.
it.
He knows.
That's what I was thinking, bro. I feel like
He
they.
knows more than I think. He knows everything, or
I was
must.
50-50 on that.
I think
50-50 on it, bro.
not anymore. He knows. He told him to stop because he's like, you can't.
So my thinking was when I saw that happen, I saw him like I'm not sure for sure on this, but I think he stopped Long Chen because he saw Long Chen's body was like actually breaking, so he stopped him from using his power so that he wouldn't die. Because he said Long Chen said right after like, "Oh, I would have died if I kept looking." And so I'm not for sure that's what like is accurate. If I had to guess, I
No, I
feel
mean that's
like
probably part of it.
I feel like he definitely knows some secrets, but I don't think he knows like the final secret.
Well, yeah, I don't think he knows the fun, but I think he knows enough. Like I think
He could probably guess a little bit. He can guess around.
yeah,
Yeah.
he probably knows what happened to the senior, to the dragon senior.
No way. That guy's too high up.
What?
This
Zhao Guhong is literally he has the chaos the sparrow.
yeah.
He also is part of the wine god palace.
I don't care.
Are you kidding me?
I think Dragon God, bro. I'm calling him Dragon God. This guy is like almighty, bro.
Yeah, but he's like clearly in a trap or something.
Facts. But
And actually, that was my prediction. I think he was the one
Ooh.
caught in the net. They said they caught something in a net,
yeah.
and they were whoever. They didn't say who was caught or who was reeling the net, but
Yeah.
the net was massive. And they said,
Where was this? Where was this?
was
Was
the
this
Doubtfire.
the Downflower? Okay.
And they said like there was chains like
Shading.
coming out of the stars, which
yeah.
I think were the continents.
Yeah, the lands.
Yeah, which is why I think that's why they probably captured a bunch of, like, you know how they were attacking the Marshall Heaven continent? For the
Yep.
core?
Yeah.
I think that's what they were doing. They're creating chains from like the actual core of like these heavens.
The Star World, Starfield.
And I think they chained up the dragon god.
dragon.
I think they fished, they used this big ass net,
Yeah.
caught him, and
Yeah.
then they chained him up. And he's just somewhere in like the void, just chained up to all these stars.
I can believe that. That's a very good prediction.
I don't know what they're chaining. I don't know how.
Like how it works, but like
Yeah, especially as like with how strong he is. I'm like, damn, like how do they catch him? Like I'm surprised he just didn't go out in a blaze of glory and they let him and he got caught
yeah,
because he doesn't seem like the type because he's a dragon.
yeah.
So
To submit,
there could be another thing there, but at the very least we know he's. I think that's him like getting trapped by someone. Whoever it was, we don't know. Probably related to Brahma, I imagine,
Yeah.
since he keeps seeming like the final boss.
Also, we got some cool stuff, and it makes sense. He's gonna get Long Chen's gonna get the Dragon King reverse skill,
Yeah,
and that makes so much sense because you and I remember like months ago when he got the golden dragon scale.
yeah. From
We
his
were like,
descendant.
it was cool, but like the other skills like powered him up so much. He was like invincible for like
Yeah.
realms.
He also split that one too.
But like before he even split it with Guoran and Jia Chen, which we have to go back to because we just skipped over his whole arc.
Oh yeah,
But like Long Chen, I feel like when he gets the other scales, he gets so much more powerful.
he does.
In the golden scale, it was it made him strong for a moment, but it really didn't make him.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't keep up at all.
yeah, and so we were confused. I remember we talked about it. We are like, why was it so like lackluster?
Yeah.
And I guess this makes sense. It wasn't like a real like it was a power, but it was more like setting a foundation for
Yeah.
the Dragon King scale. And he even said it like when he thinks when he comes out of here, he's gonna start slaughtering divine venerates
Mhm.
like flowers, bro.
Yeah. So we saw. So let's go to Jia Chen's thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of sad.
Bro, it heartbreaks, bro.
Yeah. So
Why
the
do they gotta do my
the
man
Spirit
like that?
Pavilion, the Pavilion Master
Mhm.
and his granddaughter.
Yep.
They schemed to take Long Chen or not Long
Jia
Chen,
Chen.
Jia Chen's body and his
It's
talent.
knowledge, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it was a honey trap.
That was a crazy honey trap.
Granddaughter is apparently really beautiful,
Mm.
but obviously when Long Chen saw her, he's like they described her as like the pointy nose and
Yeah.
like the
He could
chin.
see her. He could see right through her
Yeah, because
instantly.
he's been because he has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And but Jia Chen, that was his first girlfriend.
Yep.
Soon to be, it was first his fiance.
Yep.
But yeah, she
Soon to
betrayed
be
him.
wife.
She's and then basically, I mean, it wasn't too eventful. They just basically went to the.
They wiped them out, and I
yeah.
liked how they did it.
Yeah.
because it's very quick. But at the same time, like you could see like the pain this man went through,
Mm-hmm.
especially when like this girl didn't just give up like as soon as like oh like they're gonna defeat me, like she gave up. Bro, this girl was scheming until her very last second
Mm-hmm.
of death. Like she even schemed her grandpa to death, you
Yeah.
know? And it's like damn.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this girl's like A plus level schemer. And
Yeah.
this Jia Chen just got played.
Yeah.
That felt horrible. I kinda liked um the senior, like the seventh generation master of the talent of the spirit pavilion, where he like cut off his own head
Yeah. It's
and
a
he
tone.
yeah, he's like, so my face could never see the light of day or
Mm-hmm.
something. I was like, wow, that was beautiful. Like that's a real guy right there.
Yeah. But now I think that'll be another turning point in
Hmm.
the novel
Yeah,
by giving all that information away
yeah, for
because
sure.
it was just stolen. It's not even like the best information. It's stolen from second rate and third rate sex.
Yeah, but back, uh,
And back then, those were still much better than what they have now, I guess.
and they kind of make sense from how they explained it, because when the 9 star hegemon body are king, I'm gonna call him king. I don't know what else to call him. The peak of the Tao guy, when he like made the heavens submit,
Oh, 9 star master.
the 9 star master. There you go. The 9 star master. He made the heavens submit. He made the heavens smile very favorably along all the humans, right? And so they were all like enlightened constantly, and they likened it to Jia Chen and Go around when they were under the Bodhi tree
Yeah.
that Long Chen had. They had it. They were under there for like 15 seconds, and they were like, "We just made like 6 months worth of breakthroughs." And so they were like, "If that was all day, every day, like these people would like
Yeah,
light
that was
years ahead."
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it makes sense why they were so insane. Because honestly, I always like I always kind of dislike that when they're like, "Oh, the ancient era is so much more powerful than now," and I'm like, I understand it was like amazing, but like there's been literally millions and trillions of years. Like, how are you like not advanced them?
Yeah, but then they described it perfectly with
Yeah.
the Bodhi tree. And
Yeah.
you're just like, damn, that's tough.
Yeah, like that
Like,
makes a lot of
y'all
sense.
declined like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they talk about just the duality of humanity a lot in
Oh,
the
they do.
novel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just like, yeah, human heart is.
Yeah.
No, you don't know. No one knows. No one knows what to do with it.
Yeah.
I was like, and when they said like, yeah, they look down on humanity for that very thing. I was like, wow, that hits hard.
Well, I think they were looking down on them for that, and also, um, Jia Guhan also like mentioned it where there's like other races have like instinctual hate towards other souls.
Yeah.
So like if like I don't know, let's say there's a wolf race and like a deer race. Like the deer race is like instinctually like hatred towards the
Yeah.
wolf race because they're like always eating them. Let's say
Mhm.
for whatever example, like the deer race, no matter how young from birth, they hate the wolf race. And like I guess like humans, they've obviously been enslaved. Like we've been told that multiple times. They've been enslaved repeatedly, but they don't have any like past
You know,
memories and
we have to
hatred.
learn our history.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have
Not
just
inherited.
yeah, where we don't inherit our hatred
So,
to our enslavers.
so that's why he said like, he was like, that's the best trait because we don't remember past hatred,
Yeah.
so it's not like a burden we live with. It's also the worst part because we can fall into becoming like licking the boots of our enemies.
Yeah,
Even
and that's
though
why we're
knowingly-
so like not united.
yeah, we can't be united. And that's
Yeah.
why they always make fun of humanity for it. No one can do anything because
Yeah,
it's like, and it's crazy because even if like the 9 star master, like even like he couldn't do it himself either.
Yep.
Because like if humanity was united when he was around,
Mm-hmm.
then like like I'm assuming like some did they ever say like how he died?
I don't think so. No, I didn't.
Well, clearly he died.
And he was probably like once you hit that peak, I'm assuming you don't die of old age. So,
No, someone killed him.
yeah, someone killed him.
Like the pill sovereign.
Yeah, probably.
Like maybe he got something happened. Maybe he
Yeah.
got schemed.
He
or
probably
something.
got schemed. If we're being honest.
Yeah, but scheming that means like they had an S tier schemer and someone just like enough power to kill him. That means they had both.
They probably honestly they definitely had both. I don't know if they had anybody as strong as him, but like they had enough people like half a level lower than him that they can like exhaust him to death. You know? Or something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there was anybody like on his level.
Well, I don't know, cause like, do you remember that how Long Chen had that dream back in the Marshall Heaven continent?
He's had a lot of them, bro.
Okay, well, the dream about that guy who had a divine ring as vast as like heaven.
Yes,
He
and
was
he had the
protecting
nine
that
star
woman.
battle armor.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
protecting that woman
yeah.
against this creature.
I'm remembering this. Yes, I don't
And
remember the details though.
okay, so I remember this basically because I was like, we only know of one. Like, I don't know how many people had 9-star armor, but if this is appearing in Long Chen's dream, this guy must be like important. I don't know if he was the 9-star master or someone else.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he might be because it could be him and the Pill Sovereign, maybe,
Yeah.
because we don't know how the Pill Sovereign died either.
Nope.
And then
That's
there was
crazy. That's chapter one stuff, bro.
now this is from the beginning,
Yeah.
and I went back for that
Okay.
to look for it because I was like, that's the only thing that connects us to whoever the 9-star master is.
Yeah.
And I was like, so they were fighting like crazy, and you know how they have the 9-star, no, not Starry Sky Birth's Violet Key manifestation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they said like there's a river of stars like around him with like his divine ring,
Yeah.
and they're like whenever he fought this beast, I don't know how they described it. I think it was like a 3-headed beast or something, like a Hydra or something.
Yeah.
Like stars were being destroyed. I feel like that thing was destroying his manifestation.
Mm.
Because I originally thought of it, I was like, oh, they're fighting in space and stars are being destroyed. But I'm like, if that's probably his manifestation he's destroying, I'm like, so clearly the whoever the enemy is who killed this guy, they have something. I think they have something to counter 9-stars or counter astral energy.
They must have something, bro, because and it's probably gotten better over the millions and trillions of years.
Maybe that's what the blood sea is for.
The blood sea.
Yeah, when they lost. Remember, like when he ascended in the academy and his part of his blood got taken.
Yeah.
They could be like letting that creature like get stronger through that or something.
Bro, there's definitely a lot of like.
Oh my god, we didn't even mention. Remember he said that there was 4 large creatures in the thing, like right before he had to stop looking. There was like 4 super large creatures, and then endless darkness, and then something in that darkness that was like that made him feel like horrified.
Yeah.
It could be that because as a 9-star, there's
He
probably
was-
only one thing.
Something that can eat your stars.
Yeah, something that can destroy astral energy.
Damn, bro, I don't know how I missed all this, bro. I read this like last night.
Bro, you gotta pay attention to the details, man.
Maybe
Like-
I'm just too sick for this.
Yeah,
I don't know,
maybe.
bro, because I didn't get all of this, bro. Holy shit.
I was thinking about like crazy because I was like, the Dow Flower released so much information that you
I'm
have
gonna
to
need to go
piece
back,
together.
bro. I'm gonna need to go back. I'm not gonna lie, I was in and out when I was reading this. Like I was going to sleep and waking up while reading chapters because I was trying to read last night, and you know how sick I was last night. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna go back because holy fuck, I missed some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's 5 like there's 4 horrifying monsters.
Yeah.
And then there's one like absolute like peak crazy monster.
I remember
that.
that.
I think I don't know if it's like one they had that they're making stronger or if they're just creating a new one from scratch and they're using that other one. But clearly we know that there is a Star Eater monster. I think that's what I'm going to call it, as a Star Eater.
Star Devourer.
Star Devour. Actually, that's cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely would say Devourer in this
Yeah.
novel.
So I think the 9-stars they have a natural enemy. And I think the reason why I think Long Chen not relying on only astral energy and mixing it all with like other stuff, I think that's gonna be the key to how he wins in the
because he is kind of blazing. His path is becoming, and it makes sense because if like the 9-star master, if his inheritance is obviously complete, he went all the way to the peak of the Tao. So if somebody just followed that, they should be able to replicate like his performance, you know. But they haven't been able to, or at least come close, right? They maybe shouldn't be able to fully replicate it, but they should be able to come close to his past power. But like obviously that hasn't been the case. So like, what's the problem? And I think you might be right because of the Star Devourer beast. Like they're just fully countered. So no matter how strong they get, like even if they hit the like 9-star Battlestar armor, like they're still gonna lose because if
Mhm.
the 9-star master couldn't do it, why would his successors do it?
They probably don't let them get there because they're always hunted, right?
Yeah,
So
but I'm just saying, even if they did,
yeah,
they're still getting wrecked.
so there's something more.
Yeah,
Because originally, I mean, if the original 9-star master died, that means you need to surpass him to
yeah,
overcome this next trial.
yep. And it makes sense. Lan Chen's blazing his own path. He's being very different with his power ups.
Mhm.
Like he doesn't just use the 9-star Hegemon body art. Like he's using the dragon will and stuff like that. The dragon power, um,
His heart devil's
astro energy. The hard devil is
that's
definitely
gonna
coming into play.
that's gonna come in clutch at the end of the novel. I already know.
Yeah, because for sure. And I want to know more about this hard devil because it's OP, bro.
No, it is OP.
Like divine vengeance isn't like anything towards it. I think like it's at least a level or two above divine vengeance. Just the power of his eye, like not even fully manifested and like controlled, just like it like indirectly being used. Because like you can tell it can break faith energy, which is like literally impossible
yeah.
unless you have a heavenly crown from the world king stage, and then I forget what. Oh no, the immortal king stage, and I think that's the only way to break faith energy, right?
Yeah. But his purgatory eyes could do it.
Yeah. So
I
his
was like,
purgatory
it's
eyes are
OP.
insane.
So I think it's like his eyes are just really destructive.
Yeah.
I think it's like some kind of like destructive law or something like that.
Yeah.
It has to be. But yeah, there's so much foreshadowing
Yeah.
for later down the line, and I think the amount of epic battles we're gonna see is gonna be crazy.
Bro, that's what I was saying with this. Like, we hit a law, but we didn't hit a law because the information was really good.
Yeah.
And I felt like the hype was so crazy.
Yeah, especially for like the 9-stars, like they hype like when they showed the scene of like them destroying multiple world kings. I was like, damn, so this is crazy.
They're all crazy. And I was like, and then like even some of the battles outside of the 3,000 worlds, like Jia Chen's battle, even though I thought it was like 2 chapters too long, I still thought it was really good. It was a good battle because we needed to see him like fight. Because in the martial heaven world, he like never fought.
Yeah,
he was like just setting up formations. So this is the first time he's fought.
But it was cool. It was cool.
It was cool. 2 chapters too long, but it was cool. But like they were hyping it up like crazy, bro, and I loved it. Like Supreme Genius after Supreme Genius. Like I don't even know what's peak anymore.
Yep.
But like the thing that blew me up, the Kung Pang, bro.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning, we've seen the Pang, we've seen the Kun, we've seen a bunch of different variations. We've never seen the Kung Pang, and I was like, that's crazy because like they've been hyped up for like the whole novel as a beast race. Because even like in the lower world, we saw a bunch of like beasts, divine beast or whatever that were like super strong, and they had like the bloodline of the Kung Pang or the bloodline of just the Pang actually. And then like the peak power in the martial heaven continent for the divine beasts was a Pang, and so like that's just the Pang. And now there's like, and now we started to see Kungs like in other trials, and now we're finally seeing. And I wasn't sure if he's like a fully manifested Kung Pang, or if he is the son guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
both the son and
the father,
yeah.
So he's a full Kung Pang. We've never seen it, and I liked how like the dragon even responded to him.
He was like, "Yeah, you gotta beat his ass.
Yeah, you gotta not beat his ass. You gotta destroy him."
Yeah.
And I loved like the arrogance in his how he was talking to Long Chen. He's like, I will not permit you to use any techniques.
Only dragon arts.
Yeah, dragon arts only. Like destroy him with just dragon power, so he knows who the ruler of the heavens are.
Yeah, because they said originally like in Kun Pang like they're arrogant and they're tyrannical as a fish and arrogant in the air.
Yeah.
But before the dragon race, they can only bow their heads. I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think because he's trapped, that's the only reason why they've been making a resurgence recently, because they're like, oh, the ancestral dragon's not around, so we can fight back.
Yeah. Honestly though, while it's super badass about the dragon race like suppressing the Kung Pangs, I also gotta say, as a Kung Pang, like that just sounds like horrible. Like it's a sad
if you're
life.
Kung Pang, like nah, like
you know how much they struggle.
They're the same type of beast.
Yeah, you know how much they struggle as a fish to become a Kung Pang.
Yeah,
and like they said, they have to go through their own like crazy heavenly tribulation that's like dragonization too.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you do all that, and you're still like
dragon right. Yeah, that's why. I mean, it makes sense why they'll never bow their heads to each other because they're the same.
Yeah,
arrogant type.
Yeah, I agree. But like that just got me. That heated me up, bro. I
Mhm.
was like, oh, this Longchen's is gonna go crazy in the 3,000 worlds,
Mhm.
and I like how the 3,000 worlds started too, bro. Because they like he got there within like the first chapter. He was like, boom, destroyed Sacred Pill Heart, the Hall.
Yeah, wait, that ice flame.
Yeah,
And we also found out the dagger.
yeah.
Well, it's not actually a dagger.
The
He just made it
desolate.
look it. It's called the Great Desolate. And then she showed him.
Sika,
She
yeah.
was like, "Wait, the
Karma,
karma." Yeah,
yeah,
I can't because she knows.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm
she,
surprised she stopped herself though, because usually only if you care about the other person. And at that point,
I
I
think
don't.
it's too. I think it's too scary.
Oh,
It
like if
might for
she
her to
for
like.
her, she'll get karma just for saying it out loud to
Yeah,
somebody else.
yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's
okay.
too scary for her
Okay, that makes sense.
because like, I mean, look at the weapon. Like,
Yeah.
it's yeah, like those chains that chained her up for millions of years got cut like tofu,
And
and it's not even the right form. Like there's no way it's actually a dagger, right?
well, they didn't say yeah for sure, not. But they didn't cut through like tofu because it was
Oh, it hurt.
it hurt a long chance to cut through it.
Yeah,
But it was something made by Fallen Dana himself, who is probably on Divine Veteran level,
yeah,
but like Divine Veteran, not like regular Divine Veteran. It's like Brahma Divine Veteran, so something along those
yeah,
lines.
yeah. But whew, that ice soul was going crazy against him
Oh
until
yeah,
until she saw the golden lotus, and clearly Gung is, I guess, the golden lotus because we don't know what the top three flames are.
yeah, Zhao.
Because void flame is like four, right?
Yeah, but we know the top one.
What's
The
it?
the black flame that he killed, the Devourer flame, the sun.
Void flame?
No, the first flame on the heavenly rankings is the Yanju flame. You know the sun that he killed? Remember in
I
the
thought the void was fourth.
maybe it is, but I'm talking about the first flame. Is the Yanju flame.
Oh,
You remember
okay.
what I'm talking about? When he went to that flame world and he
No,
bought that
yeah. I know
he
what you're
fought
talking about.
that Devourer
Yeah,
flame. That guy. That's the Yanju flame.
yeah.
That's the number one. And then the Ice Soul is number 8. And I think the Void Flame, I think you're right, is number 4.
Oh, I didn't. I thought Yamji was void.
No. Yangju is like the Devour Flame or whatever. It can devour all of their flames.
I thought that was void.
Now I'm confused, but I know for sure it's number 1.
I don't think it's number one.
It's 100% number 1.
No, because on the golden lotus clearly is a
Is this dead?
no.
Yangju
Yamji
Flame.
flame. Okay.
Bro, yeah, Yangju Flame has been hyped up as number 1 this whole time.
But the golden lotus
Hmm.
was a huge direct counter, and then the ice flame called Ankang Master,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, she looked at it and she said,
Just say Master.
"Yep," and she said he asked how to communicate it with it, and she was like, "You haven't gained enough virtue," and then she said something else like opportunity. So clearly, what it means is he needs to his heart. I think the lotus flame is meant for people like pure.
Yeah.
It's like one of those sovereigns back in the Marshall Heaven continent.
Yeah.
Like people like that are probably supposed to like are like able to use the golden
Mhm.
lotus flame because
Yeah.
they're like pure hearted. Like I'm for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Long Chen is like
I'm for my people, not for everybody.
yeah, and it, like he has a huge murderous like aura behind him.
Yeah.
He has the heart devil that can
Mhm.
destroy the world. But Ong chose him because I think it's not about. It's about. I think it's more about having your heart in the right place.
Than just being pure of heart.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense because if you're there's like obviously huge benefits to being pure of heart, but then at the same time we've also seen multiple times throughout the novel that if you're just pure of heart, you're easily tricked.
And you can also hurt a lot of people that way too.
Yeah.
Like
Like
look at what happened with his girl from the Zither Palace, Z something.
Yeah,
She-
Z Ling, no.
Yun.
Z Sean. I think it's Z something in there.
Yeah, but you know, like she was a nice person, but her worldview was clouded. Like she couldn't understand Long Chen at all.
That was back. We started talking about Nine Star way past this part, but you just like rekindled an old memory because that was years ago when I read that,
Yeah.
and that was one of my favorite like arcs because the
I think Z Yun.
Z Young. All right, let's go to Z Young. I remember I love that arc because her divine weapon was like I'm gonna make you unnoticeable and I'm gonna make you not pretty. So like you're just a regular girl in cultivation, and you're gonna see like the evils of like
The
what act
world.
the not even the evils, just like the world from a different viewpoint of like not high up in the heavens like she
Yeah.
was. And bro, it was amazing because like the very first people she met were like her servants who were like trashing her and like almost killed her.
Yep.
And it was, they were just like, and she was like, why would they treat me like that? Like I didn't do anything to them, and like, you know, she was just
She
going
saw.
through
Yeah, she
her.
saw the arrogance.
The,
She like finally understood Long Chen's position.
and I thought it was so good because Lon Chen stayed trying to tell her about it, and she was like, no, it's not like that. Like you don't understand. And then Long Chen's like, no, you don't understand, and I hope you do because if not, if you get in my way again, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah.
And then like
Now
she
that
was able to see
that
it.
was nice, and then I loved it when she like literally became like a devil, and
Yeah.
then she's just like,
Yeah, she was Slaughter Fiend.
yeah,
I
that was
loved
crazy.
it. I loved it.
But back to the Ice Flame.
Mhm.
So the Ice Flame. So clearly she knows most of the secrets of heaven and
Yeah,
earth.
what's her name? Ba Pow?
Bopal.
Bo Pow. Bo Pow.
So she is like the chant she used.
That was a really cool chant.
Yeah. So I don't really remember, but I know she said like she used her name as Ice Flame.
Yeah. She was
to
like,
have the 10,000 Dows like call her
yeah.
and slay all those guys.
Yep.
So she has a high, and her strength. That's like, imagine her peak strength.
Oh yeah. Because that's like 1/10,000th of her strength or
Yeah.
something like that. After being drained for millions and millions and millions of years.
And she was saying like her the way, like when she died, her will would be an unyielding ice soul.
Yeah.
But if we're being honest,
Yeah.
with the way, because they always hint about how the heavenly Tao has changed.
Yeah.
So I feel like it wouldn't go as the way she thought.
No. I
think
still
they,
like that she said it though.
Yeah, but so the the ice flame. So she knows.
She knows some heaven secrets.
Yeah, she knows some secrets, and I think there was something where she was saying like he was asking her like, why don't you have emotions? She was like, because everything's, you know, all set in stone in life. There's no point.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, that's not how life works.
Yeah.
Life isn't just, you don't just live and then you die.
Yeah, it's not like just a fate. That
There's
you
more
just
to
follow
it. And yeah.
It's the whole point of cultivation to find the heavens.
Yeah.
Right?
So for her, like, she didn't say anything, so no one really knows what she's thinking. But I think the flames are, there must be like a certain purpose they have.
Yeah. Because they're not just mindless. Like they're not just flames that are like set somewhere and you pick them up. Like they have sentience. You know.
Yeah. So clearly, Ong Gong is someone who knows something, and maybe she taught the flames. Maybe she taught something, but she probably allows a lot of like, she doesn't like impose like
her will.
Yeah. So the ice flame like doing her own thing, even though Ong Gong was her master, was probably a result of, that's just like her like personality.
Yeah, her nature.
Yeah. And Ong Gong was like, yeah, just do what, just do you, I guess. But like we kind of just saw what happened, and she like suffered for millions of years, and maybe she's like rethinking some of the stuff because she's just like, maybe like things aren't pointless to like do or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe like Long Chen like changed her mind or something.
I think I understand these people's point of view on like when I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, for live like let's just say 1 billion years.
Yeah.
Like you might think like everything is like set in stone if it's like follows a set like wavelength that like was set to you 500 million years ago, and it's like set like exactly what they said would happen happens. Like I understand like people like feeling like that, but I like when Long Chen shows up and be like, no, like we can defy this.
Yeah.
Like follow me and we'll destroy this. Maybe that's why he's a game breaker.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And then we saw some old enemies of Zhao Guhang.
I like that.
Yeah, a guy from like millions of years ago. I was like, damn, stealed himself up.
Yeah. I did like also when because for a second when they mentioned those the All Devil guys, he's like, oh, when I slaughtered my way into the kingdom, they were the ones that stopped me, and I was like, oh, so they're stronger than him. That's what I thought. But then they were like, there was originally 8 of them.
Yeah, he said like they were the ones that pushed me back. I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
So
But
he
then
killed 4 of them while
I
he was
was,
by himself,
yeah.
and there's only 4 left. So he's obviously can wreck them.
And Long John was like, all right, you kill them for it, and I got the rest.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's funny if they actually did that.
That's one thing I though. I don't know. Sometimes I have like a little bit of a problem with this novel because it's so different from other novels where it's like the like in other novels like with the more you age like you have more chance to like increase your power, right? And I think in other novels like there is a certain like age that you're like outside of your like golden period, but like you can still rank up, like you can still keep growing in power like slowly.
Mhm.
But I feel like they've kind of made it like very apparent that like outside of your golden area like era or your golden age of like cultivating, I feel like they just make it seem like you stop.
Well, I think it has to do with one of two things. One,
Mm-hmm.
the
The enlightenment and stuff like that.
yeah, 9 heavens and 10 earths aren't as strong as they were because they
Yeah.
always talk about primordial energy. It's
Yeah.
not around.
Yeah.
Like they have to go to the 3,000 worlds,
Yeah.
and then the dragon guy literally said the best time for you to go make your crown is at this spot where it explodes in primordial energy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna be kind of average. So
Yeah.
it's like it's so rare now. Where I imagine back in the desolate or immemorial, ancient, whatever, all those eras,
Yeah.
probably like abundant. It's probably just normal. Like that was the key back then.
Yeah.
And then it's just like not as
Yeah.
abundant as it
So you
was.
think it's like because of the lacking resources, like everybody's foundation is just like not built. It's not like as solid, so they can't just keep progressing on their own.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think it's more like the people who absorbed primordial key back then. Like
Mhm.
absorbing this key doesn't do anything for them. Like they can't raise their strength because the heavens aren't strong enough to raise them because like they have primordial key.
and I'm mad with the heavens, cause come on, like I don't know, I don't like that.
They're different. The heavenly downs changed. The heavens they've also been injured. Like look, remember like they said how was someone able to roar back then, travel through time,
Through space time.
space time? It's
Yeah.
clearly different. Like these guys are built different, quite literally.
That's true.
So it's like to get that back, like who knows? They always say heavens always has a peak and a down period.
Yeah.
So this could be like entering a new era, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the modern era.
This is definitely a new era. Yeah. It's like Long Chen's
yeah.
era.
I think
think
it could
that's
be the worst era because maybe it's like maybe they're at the lowest,
Yeah.
and like that's why they're just like garbage.
Yeah. But that's what I think. Sometimes I have like I struggle with reading in 9 star is because I dislike the whole fact that like it's like only in the golden times can like you reach the power like the peak power. You know, like you can't like on your own cultivate like in a random age period and just like you know how like all these people like seal themselves for these opportunities and stuff like that. And I'm like that sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Like you can't just like if you're just born in the wrong time, like you can't.
That's how life is sometimes.
But like at least in like other novels, like it doesn't like these opportunities are rare, yes, but they're not like essential. But like in this novel, like if you don't hit these opportunities, like you're just like
Yeah, you're screwed.
you're stranded. Like you're just
you're screwed.
you're literally screwed. Yeah,
That's why they had like,
pissing me off.
but I think that's like a big part of like timing is like just a huge thing.
Yeah,
But I think one thing they I think like for humanity though, it's definitely weird.
what do you mean?
Well, because at one point in time, humanity was not the
The primary,
they were not the spirit of heaven.
they were
But,
slaves.
but they were able to. I mean, I know it started with the 9 star master,
Uh huh.
but I imagine he didn't immediately get the heavens to submit. I imagine it like he got people to start cultivating,
Yeah.
and it was hard,
Mm-hmm.
but they were able to start cultivating before the heavenly Tao made them the spirit race of heaven.
Yep.
So before they were able to get out of this slavery period, even without the heavenly Tao, they're still the spirit of heaven, but they're struggling like crazy. So there's some kind of like disconnect there. I know they said the Tao has changed, but if you're still the spirit of heaven, there should be. I don't know. I think there's once again
Yeah.
the scheme is a brewing. There's something wrong here.
Yo, also, quick side note. I don't know if you like it as much as I do, but I love the Nirvana scripture, bro. Whenever it
Oh
comes
yeah.
up, I get hyped.
Wait, I forgot about that. That
Yeah.
came up, and that was part of the
The back in the battle
when they caught the whatever it is. I'm assuming it's a dragon god, but we don't know. But whatever they caught, they used flame. Oh, so maybe Brahma was the one that caught them.
and maybe the Jiangsu flame because he's also a big bad evil guy.
Yeah. So if they were using the Nirvana scripture, then Brahma had to been like at least there, or his subordinates maybe.
I don't think his subordinates could be in a battle of that magnitude.
Well, I mean, there's different levels of subordinates. They could be like the right below him subordinates.
Maybe.
So it's like, I forgot about that. Damn, I missed that. But at least you reminded me of that.
Yeah,
so now we
Nirvana
know. So
scripture.
now we know Brahma was definitely involved in there.
And he has the Nirvana scripture to the 3rd or 4th level right now. 4th?
Longshan?
Yeah.
I think it's 4th.
4th. So if he gets another one, it'll be the 5th level.
Yeah.
But I love the Nirvana scripture. I hate that like once he like gets the new one, it's like cool for a little bit and then he stops using it. But I love when he uses
I think
bro.
it's another thing that'll be big towards the end.
Yeah. Because there's like 9 levels to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nirvana scripture is peak.
Yeah. And then we also met
we met a lot of people here.
We met Dragon Blood.
We met all the Dragon Blood Legion. I forgot to say that. Yeah, bro, you were right. You called it.
That they're gonna show up.
You were like when there's like a big heaven gathering event that pulls all the people from all the 9 heavens and stuff. You were right.
I mean, it only made sense, but I'm honestly shocked that there wasn't that many. But then they explained it. Whether like,
there's so many entrances.
Yeah, so maybe. So I think I don't know if we'll get fully reunited, but I think we'll see a decent amount.
I think we'll see like 30% of them here.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think we'll see more. I think we'll see at least half.
The only reason I say 30 is because they're gonna
they could miss it maybe.
I think they're not
too big.
It's too big. Not too big. I think they're just not strong enough. Like they might be able to show up to this event, but like they might just be murdered, bro.
Oh, that's true.
Cause like they haven't met Long Chen. Like they're strong, but they're not like.
How many of his girls do you think they're gonna?
His girls are showing up.
All of them?
I think his girls are all peak powers.
Well, because we saw the fairy
squad is OD.
Yeah, and then we saw Pill Fairy.
I love Pill Fairy.
Yeah,
she's so. I don't know. I like
now
when she's around.
Her identity's crazy now.
Yeah.
She's like first of all, she's a Julie blood.
Yep.
Second,
she's a Vermilion Empire princess.
Yeah, and then she's obviously the second master
daughter
disciple.
From.
She's like the disciple.
Disciple from a big heavenly flame sect or
yeah.
whatever.
So I was like, damn, kind of crazy. But I was like,
I like Lon Chen like acting around there. I think it's funny.
Something's gonna go on there.
Yeah.
They're gonna go back and like there's gonna be some crazy plot.
I love seeing Lon Chen like woo her though. I love it, and I also you go.
I was gonna say when he cried, I was like, damn.
Yeah, bro, that's just. I like it. I like the fact when he's like he's not gonna tell her of the past.
Yeah.
Because he's like I'm not gonna burden her with that. Like once she loves me again, hopefully, then like I can share that with her. Yep. You know. I really like that. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful. He's such a simp.
Yeah.
He's a crazy simp.
Yeah.
He'll do whatever, bro.
He owes her that much.
He does. He really does.
One thing I never really got in. I know we talked about it briefly, but she said 1,000 reincarnations, right?
Mm-hmm.
To awaken him.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly I don't know if he said this, but he's clearly a reincarnation of someone, right?
You've mentioned this before.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it again. I was like, because when he said to awaken me, I was like, what does that mean?
Bro, I don't know. I don't want to doubt you because you've been getting a lot of things right. But I don't know. I can't see him as a reincarnation.
It literally said awaken me, and they said 1,000 times. So what was the first time?
I think I just don't want to believe it.
I'm sure there's like it's not like gonna be he's gonna change or something. It's like because you know how sometimes some novels will do past memories make the new person, and sometimes some novels will just be past memories will just past memories. It doesn't
Yeah.
change who you are now.
Yeah.
And I don't. I think they'll do the
The late,
latter
the latter.
because that would make the most sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like especially when like
He already has his character built up. We know who
that and
Longshot
like Pill
is.
Fairy. I think like based on what we saw,
Mm.
Pill Fairy's been the same regardless, right? Like her personality. So Long Chan's probably the same person. He just has different memories, like the same type of personality. That's my thinking, but he must have been someone
Mm-hmm.
back then. We don't know who he was, but there's some connections
I
here.
reject it.
I don't know because
I reject
I
your.
see Pill Fairy and Pill Sovereign. I'm like, what does that mean? Well, there's something there. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I reject it. I don't want it to be true. I'm
Well,
gonna fight it. I'm
we'll
gonna
see.
fight
We'll
it till the
see.
end.
We'll see.
Until I have to admit you're right. I'm rejecting it. No, sorry. No, no, no. I don't want it. I wouldn't want that at all.
Well, I think we hit all the major points. We did some crazy theory crafting.
Cool, Ron. By the way, has been hilarious.
Oh, he's been funny the whole time. He got a supreme bone.
Yeah. That was cool. What was Mo Neon? Or that's his name, right?
Oh yeah, the curse.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. And Limitless. Oh yeah, that's right. At the wine, they talked about. So they talked about the 5 palaces and the 8 gates.
Yeah.
And the Limitless Palace. That sounds like a palace there.
Yeah, that was a big point. And then another big point that was mentioned for Emputa, which I thought was like,
oh yeah,
really point
the
injury. But then the person who caused that injury was the silent assassin or the silent shadow.
Yeah, Silent Knight.
Silent Knight, and the Silent Knight is the teacher of one of the the Fairy Squad. What's her name? Do. Is it Do or Moo?
It's Do. It's with the D.
Do something. But she's like the little girl that's like
Mingyu.
Yeah. She's stuck in like the 14-year-old body.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know the exact age, but she looks like
she has a child body.
Yeah, she has a child body because like after she got the Emputa's inheritance when she was younger,
she's forced to stay young, even though she's like around the same age as Long Chen.
Yeah. But she's like a god tier.
Yes.
And I love that. Because she's going to show up.
S tier assassin.
Yeah. She's going to show up out of nowhere. Like, there's going to be a big battle and just.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
It better be like that. And, that's one thing I love about this book. The like, people surrounding Lan Chen who are, like, supposed to be cool, they get cool moments, It's not like, what's that other novel I was talking about? Martial God Asura, where you get a power up and you're still trash. You know what I mean? Like, these people, they get power ups and they, like, you get to see, like, Guoran show off.
Yeah.
Like, Zhao Chen, we got to see him, like, kill a supreme genius. Like, I like that. I want to see, like, this. Like, they obviously are not as strong as Long Chen, but I need them to shine,
Yeah.
I like that. I love that, actually. And I feel like, on like the Fairy Squad, I feel like they're all pretty like peak powers. Mm-hmm. They're definitely showing up.
I'm excited for that too.
They were gonna get some of the captains. Yo, you know who's gonna be honestly the most insane? Yu Zifeng, I think is how you say his name.
The sword guy.
The sword guy. Yeah. Cause he's always been so badass.
No, he has been.
Like they always make it seem like even Long Chen doesn't have his attack power, and like I love when that guy just like. Whoosh, it's just like anime, bro. It's like an anime moment. He just instantly slaughters people, and then he's like, "I'm done." I love that guy. He's so peak, bro. For me, he's like, he's so cool. I can't. I love him fighting, bro, because he just instantly one shots people, and he's like, "You were never my enemy."
Yeah. Dude. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we missed? Talk about all the big things.
His tribulation. All right, one thing I gotta say, when he does his tribulation, I don't care where it is. I think we don't talk about Nine Star until the tribulation ends. Cause those tribulations when he does those,
they be taking long.
Bro, I remember not the latest one wasn't that long. It was probably like 20 chapters, when he hit Divine Lord, but I think it was the one when he became Heaven merging. So the last realm when he was in the
that was long.
Heaven Martial Continent. I remember when it started because somebody had like the advanced chapters or whatever. he was like, guys, stop reading for 3 months because it's 107 chapters long until the tribulation ended. And I was like, oh, I hated it, bro. I hate reading a tribulation for that long, like, because I think, like, if I read it all in one go, I'm like, this is badass.
Yeah.
But if I'm reading it slow, I'm like,
This is awful.
this is awful, bro. Like, so
It's like watching One Piece every week.
yeah, bro. And so like this next one, next time we talk about this, if this tribulation starts within the next like 15, 30 chapters,
No, starting with the next 10 chapters.
Yeah.
100%.
next 10 chapters, like I'm just gonna have to keep seeing. I'm gonna keep reading the titles, bro, until I see when it ends. Cause, do you agree?
Yeah. I
Okay,
agree.
okay. Cause like those tribulation chapters, like they're awesome,
they-
but they suck.
I know this one's probably gonna be pretty long.
Yeah, cause he's gonna. Honestly, this arc right now there, it's probably gonna be like 200 chapters.
Yeah.
Maybe more. It's gonna be like, I think, because it's gonna be so game changing for the story. Because as of right now, our big bad is Brahma, who's a divine venerate, and we don't know anybody who's stronger than that. Like,
Yeah, we don't know the rank. if
Yeah,
there's a rank
anything.
before or
And
after.
so it's been made pretty clear when he comes out of here, he's gonna be able to kill divine venerates. Like maybe not peak divine venerates, but like
early.
he can kill divine venerates, you know. And so like the next big thing is gonna show up, and right now divine venerate is like so crazy that I can't even imagine what the next level is. So like when he comes out of this arc, it's gonna be like the world's just gonna be different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be involved in like such bigger shit, because divine venerates is like the highest power level that you really see out in the world.
Yep.
So like when you see like the power above that, it's gonna be like
Another game changer.
it's gonna be just like a part of the world that we've never even like encountered yet,
Yeah.
you know. And I love that.
Me too.
It's gonna be insane. Well, you got anything else?
No, I think we covered it all.
It was good though. It was really good.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I was like,
I go back and give that Doubtflower chapter a reread.
I'm gonna read the last 30 chapters, the last like 45 chapters again, because I was, yeah, I was driving home last night, bro. I was like literally fading. It was scary.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. I was like, it was bad. I remember I like at the stoplight right before my house, bro. I fell asleep at the stoplight. Some guy like woke me up because he was behind me and he had to like go around me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm too sick for this.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro, it was not good. But we're still alive. So, all right. What's next? The Hell of Being a Hero.
Yes, we finally got it. After
Oh yes, guys.
months,
Yep.
the video recording, I'm gonna put it up alongside. Right, it'll probably go up right before this video, or maybe I'll put it in the same video, but it'll be like the first thing you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had it. You'll see how like we had to give Tell Us Being a Hero huge odds to
Yeah,
get picked, and it almost
huge
didn't get
odds.
picked still.
And I'm not gonna lie, once I started reading it, I'm happy it got picked.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good.
So it has. So I recently found out. So it shares the same universe as Second Coming with Gluttony.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I don't know what that means, but I just saw that when I was looking it up.
I know Second Coming of Gluttony is also in the same world as a martial god book, something like that. 'Cause they talk about a martial god.
No,
in
Memorize.
Second.
That's the other one. 'Cause I saw
Memorize.
that.
That's
But
what it is.
I don't even know if that's translated, but I
okay.
know it shares.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, they met in the side chapters. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe they'll do that in this novel or something.
But to Hell Being Hero, our main character Chiwu,
Yeah.
Chiwu, he is. First of all, the first like 2 chapters hilarious.
Yep.
Because he was basically he can see ghosts, right?
Yeah, it's being able to see ghosts his whole life. So I originally thought it was like a yokai, like some kind of like exorcist novel.
Me too, bro.
I originally thought that. I was like, oh, this is gonna be him becoming an exorcist.
Yeah. With he was so confusing because he has it's like all chapter 1, guys, but he has a cross. He has the Bible or something.
Yeah, he has a lot of spiritual stuff on him.
But they're all different religions.
Yeah.
I think it was it wasn't like the Quran, but it was like I think it was like Buddhist rites.
Yeah.
And then on the other side it was another religion, and I was like, what? I'm so confused. Like, what are you? Catholic or Buddhist or what?
He just took all the religions
Yeah.
and he just like surrounded himself with it. It's like protect me from the supernatural.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's clear. So the synopsis is pretty much says you are a hero. He's
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And that's how the beginning of the story goes. He's
Very.
like, you're
You are
insane.
yeah.
This is must be a prank.
Yeah.
If you're pranking me, and he was pissed.
Should we explain it a bit or no? Like the first, it's like the first 2 chapters. We'll leave it up to you guys.
I think we'll let him rate it.
All right,
But
it's very the first couple chapters are very confusing.
Yeah, because they take like
at least 5 to 10 chapters. Yeah,
but clearly his family is they're different.
Different, yep.
And he's different, but he's always felt his family was normal.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know why I'm different from everybody.
Yeah.
But let's just say there's reasons for it.
Yeah.
And we find out later. Honestly, honestly, if I was him, I'd be really pissed.
Me too.
About everything. Like when I was reading it, I was kind of mad.
Yeah.
So I was like,
100%, bro.
I was literally reading this. I was like, bro, I
like you just kept that from me.
Yeah, I was like, I'd definitely start screaming at somebody. Like I would go and confront my parents.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, either you give me the whole situation, or you're not my parents no more.
I don't know about that far.
Nah, because I was reading that, I was like, no, you can't just like do that to your kid.
That's true. That's true. They did all. That was pretty bad.
They did him dirty.
They did him real bad.
They did him real dirty. Like he suffered his whole life.
Yeah, he did. Like you even see it in the first couple of chapters when people are like looking at him crazy, which was hilarious, by the way, because that was my first thought. Because he was like, so like we told you he could see ghosts. He was like fighting a ghost in the middle of the street, and I remember my first thought was like, how about the people around? Like I hope the other like says something because it's hilarious if somebody just looks like an idiot. And they made a comment on it. Like everybody was like, who's that guy? Like he's crazy. I was laughing so hard, bro. Because sometimes novels just like exclude like the people who are looking, and I was like, I love that they should. Yeah, it was hilarious.
This novel was kind of moved a little fast though.
It does.
It moved pretty fast.
Yeah.
We found out a lot about him and not him, but his family.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, okay. They just like revealed a bunch of information on us.
Dump.
Which honestly, that made me even more mad because I was like, okay, so now, not only did you not tell me about certain things about myself, but you had this whole thing just hidden from me, like for like how old is he? He's like in his 20s or something.
He's not old, but he's definitely not like 14. He's at least 18.
Nah, he's in his 20s.
I think he's. They probably say it in like the first chapter too when he's talking to his friend.
Yeah,
I think he's in his. I think his early 20s.
Yeah,
we can say let's say 21.
Yeah, and
21.
This novel has there's a lot of secrets.
Oh,
there's crazy secrets.
Yeah. Sorbrook.
Honestly, that's the one thing that's kind of been annoying me.
Yeah.
All the secrets, because I'm just like I feel like he's being used.
Just let on.
Let on and being used, and I didn't like that. I'm kind of hoping he.
I want him to take control.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. He takes control and gets a little bit of retribution.
Oh, he needs to, because people are playing with him too much.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, bro, we're 50 chapters in. People have been playing with your name for so long. You gotta do something.
Yeah. Yeah. So how you feeling about it so far?
I want to see where it goes.
Yeah. I think guys, I think the first like at least 5 chapters, I'd say. If you're like iffy on it, like definitely read at least 10 chapters.
Yeah.
But as of right now, because I feel like once you pass like 5 through 9 chapters, like you'll be a little more invested. Because there's some books you read the first chapter and you're like, I'm in here.
Mm-hmm.
This one I think it needs at least like 5 to 10 before you're like really have a feel of if you like it or not. But first 50, I've been enjoying it. And I want to read. I want to keep reading it. And it's ongoing, right?
Yep.
It's chapter 340 right now.
I imagine it won't be that. Because how long was Gluttony?
Like a little bit under 500.
Yeah, and these chapters are kind of long.
Yeah, they are.
So I
I was
think
surprised and I like that.
so. I think it'll be. I imagine it'll be like around 500. So I mean, could be the novel's almost over because it's around like 330.
That's
But I
true.
wouldn't mind that because I like sometimes I like the short novels.
You know, I used to hate them, like the thought of them, right? Because
Yeah.
I didn't like that it'd be over so quickly, and I never read any until the Second Coming of Gluttony was my first like short novel.
Yeah.
It's under 500 chapters, and then like after reading that, I'm like, I enjoy these. You know,
Yeah. I've
you
done
get a full story.
I've done some of them, and I was like a few like 450s.
Mm,
It's like, oh yeah, that wasn't bad. Sometimes the ending for some of the ones I read, some of the endings felt a little rushed.
yeah,
But
that I feel like that does happen a bit.
yeah, but for the most part, I think that for at least for this novel
Yeah,
and Gluttony, like they have long chapters,
Yeah.
so it doesn't feel like 500 chapters.
Yeah. Another thing I'd say, just because you guys know I've been reading Martial God of Sword recently, I think my like appreciation for good light novels
Went up.
is so high right now because Martial God of Sword is so trash.
I told you.
I know. You told me not to read it, and I read it.
I told you like 2,200 chapters. Like it was good. It slowed down towards the end of those 2,200 chapters, but it was still good. And after that, it was.
I think I'm right at like 2,200. I haven't read it in like 2 weeks, and I'm like so happy about that because I've been busy reading these novels, and I'm like, please, like, let me not hit a period where I'm out of light novels, then I have to go back.
Yeah.
It's like I told you, it's like a 30x. Yeah, but I've been enjoying this novel. I definitely we won't get scarred like we did with Phoenix Requiem.
No, I actually forgot we read that.
You know, honestly, bro, I'm trying to wipe it away from my memory sometimes. If you need another recommendation, not Phoenix Requiem.
Yep.
But to hell with being a hero, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think it's solid. Do you want to give it a rating right now or no?
No.
All right, good. Because I don't know if I could do one with just 50 chapters. It's solid though. It's solid. Like if you want to join with us and read it with us, definitely do. We'll read 50 chapters every week. I think by 200 we're gonna know like a bunch of this story.
Oh yeah, guys, I don't think it'll be that long.
Yeah. Like at 200 we might know like half of the story.
Yeah.
Because you might be right. It might not pass 340 by a lot. Because I think they're at 340 right now. 330, 340. Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yep. So let's see what. So we were talking about this, but off camera about the schedule. I know last week we said it, but then we decided we were talking about. I was like, let's change it. We're gonna change that.
Yeah.
So we are gonna still read, Destroy Vice and Fire.
Let's go.
125 chapters. You know,
Yes.
need to get the hot bloodedness back. In
Bro, I might finish that by tonight. I love Destroy Ice and Fire.
And then we were like, okay, because we finished Coiling Dragon
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks earlier than we should have.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that the following week.
The
And
whole
then-
novel, guys.
Yep, we're gonna talk about it and hopefully we fix some of the camera issues. But essentially, it's running off external power, but it's been overheating, which is why you'll see a few cut-ins in the video.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to figure that out. We'll see. I imagine like if we change it to a lower setting, like cause I think I have it. I'm thinking about it now. I think I have it at high HD, like in
For
like
the
for
quality?
recording, like I think
Yeah.
it's like 60p or something.
okay.
But yeah, Coiling Dragon will probably be able to cover that without any issue of like needing to do 2 episodes. Do a long session for that because
Okay.
we have a lot to talk about.
A ton. It's a whole book.
And then we'll finish Destroy Vice and Fire after the third week
Third week.
because I want to finish the novel. I think it's a great novel. I was like,
It is a
I actually
great
hate that we put it off for this long.
novel. Yeah.
So I was like, I would keep looking at it. I was like, I want to read it. But
I remember where we left off. Is it Beto or Beto?
Beto.
Beto? You know,
Beto? I think it's Beto.
Beto.
Glasses.
Beastman guy is going crazy
Yeah.
right now. I remember I wanted to do one more chapter and I didn't do it because Beto was just, he was going off.
I want to reread the last 10 chapters.
Probably
previously.
should.
Yeah.
Because he's like, they're just going insane right now. They're like rapid growth.
Mhm.
You know, I can't wait to read that. I'm so excited. Wow.
So
So
yeah,
the third week, so we're doing Destroy Vice of Fire.
Coiling Dragon, Story of Ice and Fire again,
And
and then
then
we'll look and see how many chapters our other novels have.
yeah,
I'll probably keyboard, but we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We have maybe by then, maybe we can finally see the Devil's Son-in-Law. If it's anywhere close.
That's not even at like 1200 yet, man.
Oh my goodness,
I'm
that's
so
horrible.
sad,
And when does it end? Like 1208 or like late 1200s?
bro. That's 1295.
Oh my goodness.
So
we wanted to finish it, right? Next time
Yeah.
we talk about it.
Yeah, because we're at 900
Yeah, we were at 900. Yeah.
when we talked about it, but we caught up to like at least
Like-
1080. Remember?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah,
Maybe we could talk about that, but it's like at the same time, it's like I want to finish the novel.
I do want to finish the novel. Well, 200 chapters, a lot happened in those 200 chapters.
A lot
I'm
did
thinking back on it right now.
A lot did happen. Maybe I'll skim through it again and see like maybe we could talk about it.
Maybe we do like 900 to 1100,
Yeah.
and then we do 1100 to final.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll
Okay.
see. Yeah, we'll take a look at that again.
I'm not gonna lie. The last time I read it, I was like chapter 1092. So like,
So you're right there.
yeah, I'm gonna have like 8 chapters that week.
Well, I mean, you could reread it 'cause it's been a while.
Honestly, I probably might because it has been a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
'Cause
points.
that's an S tier novel.
It is, bro. It's really good.
Yeah.
S tier novel with SS plus power.
Yep.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's the next couple weeks, guys. It'll be on Mondays. It'll be coming out. Hopefully, we're playing with the camera. You know, we're trying to figure it out.
We'll get it down. You know, I try not to be an L Tech guy. You know, we'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll get it. All right. Well, you got anything else, bro?
Nah, we're good.
All right, that's episode 18 completed, guys.
Yes, sir.
It's been Adamar.
Biggest gamer.
See y'all later. Peace.
Peace.